Hey, it's May here. The question I've been asked is about platforms for promotion. And here's the question I got. I'm in a senior but internal leadership role at a professional services firm. I have a good role in a good firm and I'm doing well, but I can't see where it's going and I don't want to plateau either in terms of development or in terms of earnings. They don't give development opportunities unless you're a partner, and I'm wondering, should I stay or should I leave? So I have 5 thoughts for you. The first one is when you're not sure where things stand or where you stand, then the best thing to do is just ask. I'd start to have a series of conversations, and you can make them really positive and constructive. And I'd start with your boss and then figure out who else you might want to talk to, maybe some of your sponsors, some of your mentors. And it could go something like this. I really love the firm. I love what I'm doing, yet I want to make sure that I'm doing everything I need to do in order to advance. And then share with them your aspirations. Get clear on what your aspirations are and let them know. People aren't mind readers, and maybe they don't realize that you have those aspirations. Talk about the desire for development and see what happens from there, all right? So the first thing is just have those conversations. Don't make assumptions. Don't be wondering. Then the second thing is you want to think about the difference between your internally facing role and then the frontline facing role, the client facing role of the fee earners that you mentioned. So the role you have now sounds like what I would call a staff role versus the job of the fee earner, which is a line role. So the line roles are the ones that are right next to or client facing in your case, whereas the staff roles are the ones that support the people that are making the money or talking to the clients or the customers. So when you're in a staff role, you're right, that's a different kind of platform than when you're in the frontline role. So you just have to be comfortable with it and recognize both the positives and the negatives that come with each one and figure out where you want to be. Because you can always go back and be that fee earner if you really want to, but it's a different kind of job. So then the third thing is, I would say on the stay or go front, one of the things that I would pay close attention to is the concept of those golden handcuffs. And that's when everything's really comfortable, you're doing well, you're getting paid well, and you can do your job with one hand tied behind your back, or you've got the job in a box. It's something that you have under control. That's exactly the time that when you linger too long in those kinds of roles and enjoy the nice warm water, that you might discover that a year from now you're living with regret of not having gone for that next step when it was time to go for that next step. Nothing wrong with staying in the comfortable warm water, but just be conscious as to whether or not those are actually golden handcuffs you're going to regret not unlocking a few years down the line. Then the fourth thing I'd say is you mentioned that you are investing in yourself, in your own development, paying for it, and also seeking out projects outside the firm of a volunteer level type. I would encourage you to keep doing that. Every investment you make in yourself is worth it because you will always get the benefit of that. It's portable. It travels with you wherever you go. So keep investing in yourself and see if the firm will reimburse you for some of them. Maybe you can make a case and be the exception. And then finally, on the stay versus go, I will give you the advice that I was given many years ago, which has been the best advice I've ever gotten, which is this. You are not allowed to leave until you have tried to make it work on your own terms and discovered that you can't. So I'll leave you with that thought. I hope this helps. I'd love to hear what you decide to do, and I really would love to hear how it all turns out. So please leave a comment and let me know.